Nintendo is known for revolutionizing the gaming industry in many good and a few bad ways, but nothing did more good than Project Revolution. Later dubbed the Wii, Nintendo's latest console would move the gaming world to new places by taking regular console gaming and shaking it all about. Now you're probably asking how the console did it alone. Well, it didn't. Its controller was the real reason, and when I say controller, I should say remote. This is the Wii Remote, the primary controller for the Nintendo Wii. The revolution began here as this controller not only looked drastically different from those before it, looking more like a television remote, it was also the first controller to pioneer motion controls. God, I remember having so many memories flailing this thing around in various ways, excluding one. Moving in for a closer look, on top we have the power button, so you can choose to turn it on from the system or the comfort of your chair. Certainly earned its title as a remote. Below that we have your common control doodads with the D-pad and A button, which was unique for its clear style, almost like you're looking at it with a magnifier. In the middle is the home button, which could take you into a sub-menu in the console if you wanted to exit a game or fiddle with the remote's functionality. There's also plus and minus buttons next to it, which usually act as pause or option buttons mostly. Also got a speaker below that too. Can make certain noises with certain games. The best are from WarioWare Smooth Moves if you want to see that function. Continuing down, we have additional 1 and 2 buttons which serve a purpose that doesn't require motion controls. You see, other games may not have incorporated the functionality the Wii could do, so for traditional games you'd have to flip it sideways and use the 1 and 2 buttons as if they were A and B buttons. A good design choice that may make gamers reminisce about the NES controller days, when times were simple, so it had simple game types to suit all gaming needs. Below that is the Wii logo and player lights. Wii games can support up to 4 players depending. Those lights would be your indication with what player you would be. I wonder if they ever considered changing it to support 6. I wonder what that would have been like. You've probably been thinking to yourself since you've seen an A button, where is the B button? Well, it's here, on the back. Finally, a good reason to show a back off. So yes, this is where the B button lies, pretty much like a trigger button that you're ready to shoot something with. Underneath that is the battery compartment. Wii remotes take 2 AA batteries and can last about 30 hours at a time depending on how you use it. So let's say you played your Wii for 6 hours at a time, you'd get 5 days a week's worth. That's pretty good when you narrow it down. The remote can also tell you its estimated battery life remaining on those player lights at certain times. Wish I knew that for my other remotes before the batteries exploded. On the bottom we have an external extension connector. This is used to connect your accessories with. What are those, you may ask? Well, that can be a number of things. The most obvious would be the nunchuck, the secondary controller, as well as the classic controller, Guitar Hero Guitar, Wii Motion Plus before it was built in, and maybe a few others. We also have extra holes that can act as clips for extra support, and we must not forget the model number or the fact it was made in China. Plus we have the wrist strap attached here. I never used it even when it was redesigned later. I had the iron grip, let me tell you. On top we have the pointer lens, which is common with most remotes when you want to point at the unit and select a function. But this does more than your common remote. The Wii will require a sensor bar that when used with a remote will show a fluent arrow or crosshairs to signify where your remote is pointing in relation to the screen. Other than motion controls, this is also a very impressive thing for the Wii, as you could accurately point and click from a good distance without very many issues. Of course, Nintendo would have you covered if an issue did arise, but where was the help when having to type with it? Help never came on that front, but let's sync our remotes up with the Synchro button in the battery compartment I forgot to mention with the Wii, and get to playing some games. The Wii Remote works with every single Wii game, every last one of them. Whether it uses it primarily or not, it'll be there in some capacity. A good majority will use motion controls like Wii Sports or Wii Ski. Others could use it casually like New Super Mario Bros. Wii, where you use the buttons with a little motion thrown in. But the fun doesn't end on the Wii, as the remote carried on over to the Wii U, where it continued to be used in some capacity, most likely over the gamepad. I have so many memories of playing on the Wii, playing WWE or Lego games or Mario Galaxy. Oh, the memories. And the Wii Remote brought me those memories, as it was the controller that paved the way for not only mine but many other gamers' childhood moments. It also led the way for what a motion controller should be: comfortable and ergonomic, something the competitors didn't quite get. You'll definitely have to get one when getting a Wii, but why settle at 1? Why not 2, 4, or even 8? Because if you have both a Wii and Wii U, you'll probably have to accommodate. But any Wii Remote can work between both systems, but having both is a good excuse to get into Wii Remote variant collecting. I'm about to get on it as we speak. Where's a blue one? Got any fond memories with this controller/accessory? Tell me about it by leaving a comment. If you like what you see, be sure to leave a like. If you think others would like this, share the video around. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button pronto. This is BrianTheBlue, and I'll see you later.